trying to force things in through these candlesticks, and don't focus so much on how much time you got left. Every day, working towards progressing, moving forward, you'll get there. You'll get there sooner than you thought. Once you get there, in the time you're spending right now, that might feel daunting and too laborious. Won't be so much like that when you look on it. Everything seems so much further in front of you when you kind of get there. The first time, it's always a long journey. In the beginning, when you don't have experience, you don't want to be going out there pressing the button like my son did and fail and then feel grief about it. Learning how to trade with a real account, whether it be a large amount of money or a small amount of money, is the absolute asinine way to do this, because you're literally encouraging fear. You're encouraging certainty that paralyzes you, because you're making it a scoreboard of, I lost money. No matter how much money it is, when you have that, it's real hard to get motivated. So when I teach with demo, I teach how to go through that testing and collecting experiences where the market has done the very things I've taught. And I give you the benefit knowing what I think is going to happen beforehand. So that way it holds you to an expectation in the marketplace. Does the market go higher when he says it goes higher? Does it respect those levels you're referring to? Does it trade to those pools of liquidity? Are you going back through the charts and looking for the things I teach? Is it in there? Is it happening? You don't require my own trades to be the only testimony. If you do that, you're failing. Cameron's not even journaling. He can't do that right now. What did you just say? You heard what the fuck I said. He needs to have his pride restored. He's hurt. So the only way, and this is the best thing I could come up with, was give him something where, yes, these approaches, if he just would let the trade run, he could be making 30, 40, 60, 100 fucking handles. He could be doing that. But he doesn't have the patience to hold on to it because he's afraid it's going to turn around on him. He's afraid of that. And the only way you get over that fear is doing this. I wish I could learn how to hold a trade. I've been in so many trades. If I just would have held on to it, it went to my target. How do I fix that, ICT? You take incremental exits and you hold yourself to the fact that this is what my trade was, and I'm feeling discomfort. As soon as you feel discomfort, close it. And then watch the trade pan out. Or if it goes through where your stop loss would have been, you're thankful you didn't lose. If it goes in your direction, you log it, you cheerlead yourself. And the next time you feel that uncomfortable point, you want to get out of the trade, wait 2 minutes. Come on, 2. Literally 2 minutes. And then if you still feel uncomfortable, close the trade again. Log it. If it goes where your stop was, you did the right thing. If it goes a little bit further, that's what? Just like repetitions with weight training, you're adding a plate. You're adding one more repetition, and you're holding to failure. You're fighting the negatives. That's where growth happens. You can't just tap out as soon as you feel it all the time. You have to press into that uncertainty, and you do that over time. And I'm sorry, but a 40-day trainer, a 120-day trainer, a 1-month boot camp, a 1-week crash course, it ain't gonna fucking teach you that, folks. It's not gonna fucking do it. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna do it. I got a million fucking bucks that says it ain't gonna find somebody gonna do that, make $1 million. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna fucking happen. But I'm making millionaires. They pay for it. Their time, sweat, stress to go through the mill with ICT. And it's hard here. Only the strong survive. The weak get chewed up, spat out.
Time is running out. Snap
More so this thing called life than just, your average, I'm saying, man, success story. The American dream.
When you hold on to a trade, is you have to be content with, all right, I locked in something. This is a good fucking day. Got $1,500 locked in on this trade. I'm aiming for $20,000. I got a fucking full pool on 10 line. I know it's likely to go 100 handles. I know it's likely to go down here. But I'm going to wrestle my fucking greed because I feel like I have to take this $2,700 trade off. It's fluctuating here and there above 3,000. And you know, just let this fucking thing go. 6.5 hours from now, it's going to be 100 plus handles. You're wrestling with, but what if it isn't? And I don't take the $2,700 off, or it stops me out at $1,500, and I could have took the $2,700. That's ass backwards thinking, folks. That's fucking ass backwards. You're all talking about how you want to have these high multiple R trades, but you don't want to do the work to hold on to get them. All these clowns out there that sell courses and talk that high multiple bullshit, you do not see them taking. They would be billionaires. Why are they still selling fucking courses? Where's their fucking yachts? They're not doing it, folks. They're not doing it. Period. Common fucking sense. Use it. Teach you practice things. I come to you with no fucking blitz. I tell you exactly the way it's supposed to be. I tell you it's going to be hard. I tell you it's going to take you longer than you want it to be. I tell you that people are going to make fun of you because, it's going to fly in the face of everybody else's logic. The testimonials just keep coming in. That's undeniable. And you're in the waiting. You're on deck. You're next. You're the fucking next success story. You're holding it up. You got to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your own way. I'm doing everything I possibly can except for take your fucking trades. Yeah, I'm doing everything I possibly can. You have to listen to these discussions. You have to listen to this because these are the things that's going to put all those things together for you as a trader. Whether it's my shit that you're going to use as a technical aspect or somebody else's dumb shit. Bottom line is, if it can be used as a to make a decision, that's all we're doing. We're using some kind of stimuli to make a decision, to act, to move, to do something, push the fucking button, do something. And then manage risk throughout the process. The only thing that separates me from everybody else is everybody else is holding on to a religion about an idea, an indicator-based idea, or something that's bullshit. It has no basis on why price is going to go up and down. I give you the best of the best. Practical, real-world experience, 30 years experience to tell you what the fuck these markets are going to do, all their shit, all throughout. You have the highest technical science and the most practical sense of using what it is that we should be doing as a risk manager. I'm not telling you to go out there and trade 15 contracts. I'm telling you to use one contract. Look what my son was able to do with one fucking week. 1 week. He's not even hitting fucking doubles. He's that singles. Getting up there, getting his 10 handle boom. Sometimes he's been spooked at the trade. He gets to go back in and get that last $50. That's what he's working on now. But he's getting his Don't waste your time trying to force too much in the beginning. Looking for things that are unnecessary in the charts. Focus on things I tell you before. You don't put a destination or an expiration on your success. Because what you're going to discover is throughout the process, and that's my son right now, he's in the earliest stages of real progress. And he's seeing the fruits of it. Many of you are recording tweets in response to me that you're encouraged by that. How do you think he feels? How do you think he feels laying his head down, thinking, I did more today than I did in pay working these 10 hours. He's doing 10-hour days. 10-hour days, driving to Pennsylvania with the crew, and they pay him money until he gets to his car, and then once he gets to his car, his pace.
That was a pretty quick game.
But he's spending a lot of time out there doing that. Getting all that
from
his hands, his condensers, he's helping install all that stuff. He's doing a working class job. He doesn't have a spoon-fed fucking lifestyle where daddy's giving it to me because I have it. I want it to be like that, but I see it doesn't work when I was boy. So I'm practical. Learn from the mistake. I learned how to do a better job of this. I'm not a perfect father, but when it comes to money, giving it to them, buying stuff for them, car, I think that's actually a car. But I don't just lavish them with money. Because I have it doesn't obligate them to receive it from me. They have to acquire it themselves. And once they have that skill set, they'll have greater self-esteem for themselves and their family. They will be able to look up to them as a patriarch and say, I want to be like my dad. And I'm glad he didn't give it to me. He sent me a text yesterday. He said, Dad, I want to thank you for not being easy. And it was upsetting to me, but it was a good upsetting. It was very touching. I shared it with my wife. I said, I've been hard on him the last couple of months because he didn't listen to me. And I told him, I said, you're going to do this or you're going to walk this whole show on your own. That means, you got everything you're going to get from me. Like, you have to learn how to make your way in this world. You can't just accept the fact that, shit's going to be hard. A coffee shop job ain't it, and you're not going to college. So what is it going to do? I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to own my own business. Okay. In the meantime, what are you going to do? I tried. It's hard, Dad. I know. And my students complain about the same fucking way you are right now. It's hard, ICT. It's hard. They complain. You want to complain. It's normal. But instead of complaining, take that energy and direct it into studying, back testing, taking the information you see that's already happened, pull it out the charts, record it. Encourage it, keep repeating over and over again. Now you're doing one little piece of something. You're doing 1/8 of what's going to be a full model, and you're doing better than your fucking job. The least amount of leverage. How encouraging is that? You're not even given the full move. You're just getting in there, getting 10 points of it, and then that's it. Well, done. Hit it, quit it. Done. Then you get to see, was that a good move for free? It doesn't stop you out with a loss, and he never moves his stop loss out of that. He doesn't need to. It's either going to run or it's not. If he hits a loss, he's stopping for the day. He's not going to go on a major drawdown. And you're sitting around down. All this evidence around you, all this shit. People outside of my own family, different walks of life, they're bringing the receipts and the results. They're doing it. Why are you so pissed? Wasting fucking time. You're wasting. There's no reason for you to waste any more time. Get to work. Start back testing. Encourage yourself. Because even if you do half of what my son is doing, I promise you, you're doing better than 99% of everybody else in trading. And that's not an exaggeration at all, because most people can't even make any money. If you just need $800 a week, fuck it, $400 a week. Most people can't consistently do that. They can't hold themselves to a process or a model. The only way you can do that is small little baby steps. Don't put an expiration date on your success. I have to have it by this time or it's a failure. Don't have extraordinary results as the only acceptable result. That's what I was trying to do. Once I started seeing that in big money, I said so high of a goal that it pushed me into long day accounts all the time. That's exactly what I was doing. I was doing that very thing. And I was abandoning the simple things of just taking the trades I knew that were going to be there. And I tried to squeeze more out of them. You can't make a dog be more than what it is. It's a dog. It's going to run and behave like a dog. In every one of my trades, I tried to develop them to be a dragon. Beast of mythological proportion. When it didn't deliver, I looked at it as I'm never going to be able to do this. Don't waste your time trying to force things through these candlesticks, and don't focus so much on how much time you got left. As long as you're working every day, working towards progressing, moving forward, you'll get there. You'll get there sooner than you thought. Once you get there, in the time you're spending right now, it might feel daunting to the boys. Won't be so much like that when you back on it. Everything seems so much further in front of you when you're trying to get there. The first time, it's always a long journey. It's that back in the scenes. Are you there yet? That's that little child in you. It's a trader that's going to be who you are. You're excited. There's nothing wrong with that excitement. Don't kill that energy. But you have to nurture it properly, train it. Say, okay, we'll get there. We're just a little bit longer. We have to keep doing what we're doing. We're closer. Keep looking. Tell me when we get to the Burger King sign. Tell me when you distract them. Small little incremental progressive milestones. And it takes their attention away from the grander scheme. And it's all I've done with him. Taking his attention from feeling like he can't get to that 20, 30 handle run model right now because he can't see. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Time, experience, doing it. You want me to be able to tell you something, and it's a secret recipe. And it's the fact that you have to roll your sleeves up and submit yourself to this process all the time. And eventually, at what stage in your development, you're going to have that epiphany where it clicks where you're like, oh, shit. Oh, I've been complicated this whole time. If I just would have did this and not worried about all this other stuff, I would have been able to be here in a place continue a lot sooner. Imagine the peace of mind that brings. When you don't have to do more than what's comfortable for you, and who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks about it? You're paying your bills, you're meeting your ends. You're content. You don't have any fear of missing any moves. You don't have any fucking greed. Your model says, I'm making $1,000 when I make it. Who's going to complain about that? You're probably not making $1,000 in 3 months trading right now. Start small. Build.
Make more tomorrow than you did today with advanced analytics from Shopify. Track sales and spot trends so you can turn real-time data into big-time opportunities. When it's time to sell smarter, it's time for Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's wild. As far as like fluctuations that happen in life, um, also stressful being a trader sometimes, man, because it's like you right there. It's like an arm's reach, man. External influences don't help either. I'm realizing that more and more too. Majority of the time, they're gonna be negative anyway. So that only emphasizes the importance of constantly feeding yourself positive feedback. And a lot of the times, you have to run off your own motor. You know, you have to be like your own cheerleader in this industry. Not just trading, but chess as well. You understand? I know that there's this one quote in chess. It's pretty much win with grace and lose with dignity. I might name this title that, but that 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 quote speaks for life in general. You know, you win with grace, but you lose with dignity, and you never really learn um, as much as you would if you was to lose, right? I think that can be applied to just about anything in life. Michael Jordan wouldn't be Michael Jordan if he wasn't to lose back in high school. or even in his childhood, you know. He talked about how competitive he was. Tiger Woods wouldn't be Tiger Woods if, he wasn't met with those trials in his early golf stages, right? Roger Federer wouldn't be who he is without the setbacks and the trials and tribulations that he faced early on in his career. Same with Messi and Ronaldo, like all of the greats, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, all Floyd Mayweather, all of the greats in their respective fields have come across failures. They've failed, they've lost before, but it's their sheer determination and tenacity that propelled them into an upper echelon of success that we know of. I really don't know why this guy hasn't moved yet. I guess he's abandoned the game. But once this game is over with, I'm gonna end the video. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. For those that are watching, like I said, I do have big plans for this channel. There it is right there. So I have great plans for this channel. If you guys just stick with me, I have a lot coming. So I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. Appreciate you guys. Peace and blessings as always. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.